What's good, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. Quick thing to note, I have seen you guys comments and I'm a bit overwhelmed, and yo son, I don't feel like responding now, but I promise you I will respond to each and every one of them. Also, now that is out of the way, another disclaimer. This video has nothing to do with being a software engineer or software engineering or technology or anything. This is just me doing a story time because it is the month of October and Vlogtober is happening. So yeah, this will just have like a Dear Diary session, because sometimes you'll have all the stories but you don't know who to tell them to, or people already know them but you still want to talk about them. So yeah, so take it as entertainment. Yeah, so if you are not interested in this type of things, you can just go and scroll down and check out my other videos that could potentially interest you. Yeah, now that is out of the way. Again, we're getting straight into the video. So in today's video we're talking about, or rather I'm talking about when I had went to go participate in a book quiz that I was not prepared for. Okay, quick background story, just to quickly speed up the whole thing. So from grade 1 to grade 3, I had gone to a local school, so I did Xhosa as my home language. So before then, hi Sana, I was Kuluming, speaking Sutu, township vibes, you get what it is, right? And then in grade 4, I changed schools. So now, this book quiz story happened in grade 5. Also, so brave of me that already in my second year of doing of having English as my language of learning, speaking and learning, teaching and learning, right? As you know, like it was barely 2 years. It was like 1 year and a few months, right? And also the brave lady was like, you know what? I'm gonna participate. Guys, there's nothing I didn't do at school. Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. Why am I saying getting at things out of the way? Anyway, yeah. Also, guys, yeah, okay. Anyway, so I was in grade 5, right? I was in grade 5, and they had, so in the first half of the year, but I think it was still in the first half of the year when all of this happened, or second half of the year. So there were athletics that were happening. I was part of that. When I joined the school in grade 4, I even represented the schools in athletics. Running, guys, running. I used to run. I used to be a weight faniker. No, who does Usain Bolt or Akane Simbine? And I did 100 meters and I lost. Story for another day. Well, I came out last or fifth. I think I came out fifth. There was 6 of us. But I haven't, like, I can explain what happened, but not in this video. So yeah, so we did the whole book quiz thing. So I remember being oh well, they announced that there was gonna be a book quiz that was gonna happen. So anyone who was interested, they should go to that. There was an English teacher that we had to go to. So when it got there, so 2 learners would read 1 book. So I think it was like, for in case if one doesn't make it, or it was like a substitute cut, type of vibes. So I would put it like that. Yeah, Goku. Haibo. Mna, guys, I'm a lover of things. I've always been a lover of things. Ha! When I got there, Sana, I was praying for the biggest book because it looked cool. Guys, come on. Like, you see, I don't know. I probably watched a lot of movies that I wanted the biggest book. Imagine, mind you, I've never read a book in my life. That was going to be the first book that I had ever read. And I don't understand English. Well, I didn't understand English. I could read, but I couldn't understand. Funny enough, like, I was gonna read, yes, but I didn't even understand what the book was saying. But anyway, as call up, okay. So me and this other girl were given a book titled Animorphs. So okay, hi, get exciting times. I even did like a summary thing where I read each page, imagine, and then summarize it. On top of that, I didn't complete reading the book. Like, I didn't finish the book. I probably did 5 chapters, right? Imagine it's a fairly, it's not a small book. It's a medium, like probably not 400, 400 is a lot of pages, probably like 300 pages. Wait, guys, I have some books here with me. Guys, I think it was slightly smaller. It was slightly smaller. Or it was the same size. I can't remember. But you get the drill. You get the drill. So, Kengoku, there was a day. So already there were like a lot of things that were happening in my life at the time. There was a technology project. So we had 2 technology I almost said classes on the day. So again, we had to like to build. We had to build a gondola. Guys, it's not a gondola, but you know that thing in construction, the one with the big mouth in front, where you like hoy some soil and then you go like, shift it or move it to the other side. Something like that. I think it was it's not a gondola, guys. Gondola is a cable car. I forgot. And then my uncle had created that using wires. Amatingo. I don't know. Is it wires in English? I think it's wires. Fine. And then when we went to the maths class and other classes, and then, hi man, I think only after the break I had realized that I had actually lost my project. Only to go back to the technology class, when I got there, my project was is it deassembled or unassembled? Yonane. Yo, guys, people were improving their own projects using my project. Yo, Nani Goa. On top of that, guys, the previous day we had gone out on a school excursion, and I had to go borrow a swimsuit, which I had forgot, which I had forgotten at the swimming place. Yo, guys, then we go. Now I must go to the mother and explain. Now I must get to tell my mom, because my mom, what if she beats me up? What if, yo, then we go. And then the following day, the following day, my project got messed up. And then the day after, so on the day, they were like, oh, you guys are going to the book quiz tomorrow. I'm like, no, it can't happen. Like, how are we going to a book quiz like literally tomorrow? Like, I've got so many things happening in my life, guys. Like, come to think of it, like, I've been through so much in life, and like, I'm over it. Fine. So on the day of the book quiz, the person who was reading the other book, the 2 people, so there was the one book which didn't have anyone to represent the school. So the girl who was reading the same book as me had said that she had read the other book, so she's gonna go and represent she's gonna go take part in the other girls' books quiz, if that makes sense. So I was the one who was going to represent the Animorphs book for the school. I'm talking about, hey guys, I'm such a risk taker. Guys, I was such a risk taker. Like, do you understand? Like, I don't understand the book. I don't understand the words used in the book. I had a slight idea as to what was happening in the book, but that's the kind moral of the story. I didn't know anything. Yo, sana, odd, like bored. But I was like, you know what? I'm within. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Come hell or high waters, I'm doing this. Guys, I didn't know. I didn't understand the book. But I went there. And guess what happened? Like, also, guys, I think that's a life lesson on its own. Because Sana Latin pick up ham. They were like, you're getting 2 minutes to answer the questions. If you don't know the answers, just say next, because there's a timer. Sana Did I not dwell on those questions? I didn't get a single one right. Did I get sad about it? No, I didn't. Yo guys, my level of bravery then was unmatched. Like, I wasn't scared. Um, I don't know where that came from, but I wasn't scared. I think varsity, yo, sort of slowed me down. Yeah, but like that's a story for another day. But when I got there, Sana Bendibuza, I tried to think. You know, guys, when you're in an interview and they ask you a question, and you know that you don't know the answer, but you are there trying to think the answer. Like, you know, you don't know. So I ran out of time. So the one question, like after, I think they had asked me like 4 questions and I had answered none. So only like the next set of questions asked about the 2-hour rule or the number of hours that the animals were allowed, like on earth or on the ground, whatever. And I knew the answer to that, but I couldn't get there because Sana dandlibazi Samna. But anyway, I didn't care. I got my ice cream and I went home. So I took the school transport. So there was like a shuttle. Yeah, it was a school. It was a Cressida, guys. It was a Cressida. It was not even like a taxi or anything. There was like Mkulu. There was like Mkulu in the same street as me. So he had decided he's gonna transport kids, and guess what? He was very cheap. So yeah, I guess that's why I traveled with him. So yeah. So yeah, that's the story. I mean, like, moral of the story, guys, is just be bold and take chances and take risks. Those are not calculated. I mean, I guess the one thing I take away from this is, what's the worst that could happen? Guys, there's nothing I've never done, and not for a single day did I, like, not every single time I had done whatever I took part in, I, like, my goal was never to win. It was to just get involved in the thing and have fun as much as possible. I mean, guys, imagine now I wouldn't want to take part in certain things because I don't want to be embarrassed. Imagine, like, how embarrassed can you ever be? Like, you don't know English, but you decided you're gonna read a book and go represent the school. I mean, the worst that could have happened, which was nothing. Also, losing is nothing. It's not the worst. So I guess, like, hi Sana, I need to have this around me to sort of like remind me of my old self and embody her. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. We're gonna have another story time. So on the next one, I'm just gonna talk about how I managed to change schools. Sana, I'm a strategist. Bye everybody.